Shubhodayam, Namo Namaha, Mahaganadhipataye Namaha, Saraswatiye Namaha. It is another good day for all of us that we have another very distinguished speaker. We will introduce him to all of you after Vande Mataram and Prarthana. So he will be covering a very important topic of our Sanskrit literature, Sanskrit Vangmayam, that is Puranas. Very, very important for all people of all walks of life, which you will be enlightened today. We are very lucky to him that he has agreed to, out of his busy schedule, agreed to come and address us. So now let us start with Vande Mataram by Challa Chittibabu garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Sobrajosna pulakitayamini Pullakusumita drumadala sobhini Suhasinim Sumadhura bhashinim Sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Let us have Prarthana. Anantanji.
Hari Om sir.
Hari Om.
Om 1 minute Dhyanam. Let us close our eyes. Sit erect. Total concentration on breath. Only observing the breath without interfering. Relax the body. Om. Om. Om Gananantva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannoti Vissidasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajevirvajinivati Dhinama Vityavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Aguroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroho Matirasti Guru Mama Pahi Guru Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrevam Upasmahe श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
ధన్యవాదములండి అనంతన్ గారు. Thank you. Now I request Lalita ji to introduce the speaker to all of you. Lalita ji, you have to unmute.
Yes. Sarvebhyah Namaskaraha. Today it is our honor to welcome Dr. Bhaskar Raju Garu, who is our speaker for the day. To introduce him, it's really, we feel very happy since he is an orthopedic surgeon by profession in Hyderabad. He stays in Hyderabad, and he's been for the last decade, he's been spending much free time. He's studying religious history and other related books. And his research includes spirituality, atheism, science and logic, creation of the universe, the earth, human history, and other supernatural subjects. Though he is born in a Hindu family, he followed more of an aesthetic outlook before. Being a science student, he always followed logic and has scientific temper. A casual discussion with some of his friends in 2013 raised a question as to whether God exists or not. This led him to reading and doing research on various religious books, which turned him towards spirituality and religious research. He came to know about British and communist conspiracies on Sanatana Dharma and our country. He came to know about how our religious texts and history were distorted to suit their agenda. He was horrified about the religious conversions taking place with view to change the demography of our country. He started activity in social media to express his views about this. He started to write books since 2019 to express his views. The translation of the Rig Veda in Telugu, which began in 2019, was completed in 2021 and was released as a 3,000 pages, 5 set of books in February 2022. In 2021, he wrote book on Christianity and Bible titled as Riddles in Christianity. During the end of 2021, he released Satya Suvarta, another short book against Christian conspiracy to show Jesus in Vedas. He is about to release another book named No Riddles in Hinduism in Telugu shortly, which presents answers to commonly asked questions about Sanatana Dharma. Dr. Bhaskar Raju hopes that his books and social media activity helps to guide Hindus and Indians towards truth. With this background, we are having Dr. Bhaskar Raju Garu here amidst us to speak about Puranas today. I welcome him on behalf of Veda Samskruti Samiti and all the Sanatana Dharma course students. Sir, we welcome you to take over the session, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lalita ji, for introducing me so much. And I thank the Veda Samskruti Samstha to invite me and give me this lecture. అలాగే డాక్టర్ కొన్నల్ బాబు గారికి కూడా ధన్యవాదాలండి. So I I was a atheist before I started my course as a Sanatani, as a true Sanatani. So I think I will continue my session, my presentation, and then we will talk about how I changed myself to know the truth. So basically, Puranic literature is very, very vast, as you know. I don't call myself as expert on Puranas or Itihasas. I am still a student. I am trying to learn what I don't know. So I am learning everything, something new every day. So that is how being a student of Sanatana Dharma is always better. One should never call oneself as an expert in Sanatana Dharma. We are all students. So me as a student, I will present Puranas and Itihasas also. So my bullet points will be 5. One is, are Vedas only authenticated scriptures of Sanatana Dharma, and Itihasas and Puranas are not? See, this is a controversy where some organizations also claim that only Vedas are to be taken as authenticated scriptures of Sanatana Dharma, and Puranas and Itihasas, they have a lot of interpolations. They cannot be trusted. They are written by somebody who have no knowledge of Sanatana Dharma. They call like that. I don't want to name them because this is a controversial issue. And the other commonly asked question is, we see a lot of avatars of Vishnu and other gods, but they are missing in Vedas. Why? So because they are missing in Vedas, you should not take Itihasas and Puranas as authenticated scriptures. So we will see why they are not there in Vedas. And then a lot of people question us, who is the supreme God? There are 33 crores of gods in your Sanatana Dharma. Can you name one? Or can you name 33 million gods which are described or who are mentioned in Puranas and Itihasas? So they make fun of us. So we will also see who is the supreme God according to Sanatana Dharma. And then if somebody is a student of Itihasas and Puranas, they want to read. So which Purana to read first? There are something called as Tamasa Puranas. So when you are reading Tamasa Puranas, you have to be very, very careful to read and understand them as they are. So you have to be very careful. If you read Tamasa Puranas first, it is more like there is a huge possibility that you will be misled and you will land up where you start hating Puranas because you think that Puranas, they mention so much, there are so many things which you think they cannot be explained. So that's why when you are reading Puranas, make sure you read Satvika Puranas first and then understand Tamasika Puranas through an expert. And then a lot of people say there are a lot of contradictions in Puranas. For example, Vishnu Purana says that Vishnu is the supreme God, and Shiva Purana says that Shiva is the supreme God. And then Brahma Purana says Brahma is expert. So who is supreme as per Puranas? So this confusion will also be there. So my topic will only guide you. It will give a basic understanding of how to read Puranas and how to understand them. Because you know that there are 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas. Apart from that, there are also Sthala Puranas. So each one describes, it gives narration of how Puranas are. So you have to understand how to read Puranas. It is very, very big topic. There are about minimum 4 lakh slokas. We know that Vedas contain 20,000 mantras only in all the 4 Vedas. But Puranas have 4 lakh slokas minimum. And apart from that, Itihasas, Mahabharata and Ramayana, if you calculate them, another 1,20,000 or 1,24,000 slokas. So it's a very, very huge subject. To read Puranas completely, it may take minimum to master them, to understand the basics of Puranas, you may need something like 10 years. It's a very, very big topic. So, of course, before I want to answer the first question. So only Vedas are authenticated books and Puranas are not. See, basically, we know all this. Rig Veda, what is Rig Veda, what is Yajurveda, what is Samaveda. See, Vedas are 4. And apart from that, each Veda is divided into 4 parts. One is Samhita, this is a mantra collection, mantra part. Then Brahmanas are there, Aranyakas are there, Upanishads are there. When we combine these 4, Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishad, then it becomes complete Veda. So Veda contains 4 parts. This all we know. And a lot of our experts say that Vedas describe Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda and all this. So I don't want to go into that. Bhakti also. Of course, there are a lot of mantras in Vedas which describe Bhakti also. And then why there is also confusion about each mantra. See, every translator gives at least 3 types of meanings to each Veda mantra. Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika and Adhyatmika. So I don't want to go into this. But we know that the names of gods, particularly the avatars, are not mentioned in Vedas. So I will also give a reason why it is not there. So before going to the main topic, we should know why Puranas are very, very important. So Purana, what is it, Purana? Purana is the ancient narration of what has already happened or what is going to happen in future. Because there are some Puranas called like Bhavishya Purana, which will describe what is going to happen in future. So Purana, the word itself is very, very surprising. Pura is ancient, Nava is new. So it describes everything. And then what is Purana by definition? Purana has 5 characteristics according to Amarkosha and also according to Purana. Sargascha Pratisargascha Vamsho Manavantaranicha Vamshanucharitam Kapi Puranam Panchalakshanam. So basically Puranas have 5 characteristics. Sarga. Sarga is the creation, Pratisarga is recreation, Vamsha Charitra. So there are a lot of kings in there in Puranas who are being described. And then it also talks about Manvantaras and the Manus. And it talks about Rishis also. So all these 5 characteristics must be there in every Purana. So this we have to know. And of course, we know what is Itihasa. It does happen. So whatever has happened, that is being told. So what are Itihasas? Ramayana and Mahabharata, they constitute Itihasas. So, okay. So does Veda talk about Purana? Yes, Veda also talks about Puranas and Itihasas. In fact, Atharva Veda describes that Itihasa and Purana is the 5th Veda. This is what Atharvana Veda says. Of course, I am not displaying that mantra here. So when I am quoting here, majority of the time, Devi Bhagavata. Why? Because Devi Bhagavata tries to join most of the other Puranas. It is not that other Puranas don't join, they don't explain Puranas. I have taken some of the important slokas from Devi Bhagavata. So how are Puranas told? See, majority of the Puranas, they are narration of one person to another person. So even when you hear Satyanarayana Vrata, it says that in Naimisharanya, the sages ask Shaunaka Maharshi. So he starts telling there. So majority of the time, one guru, he narrates what has happened. So for example, I take Devi Bhagavata in book 1, chapter 1, sloka 63. Particularly Devi Bhagavata is being narrated by Bhagavati. That is the Supreme Devi to Vishnu. So Devi Bhagavati is narrating all this Devi Purana directly to Vishnu. This is how each Purana has been narrated. Then Shiva Purana, if you take, Shiva Purana has been directly told by Lord Shiva. So it is like that. Then Vishnu Purana. So each Purana has been told by somebody to somebody. So all this narration has been again recalled by Vyasa about 5,000 years ago. So he has taken totally all these 8 Puranas and 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas, and then he has compiled it. So, for example, if you take Shiva Purana, original Shiva Purana is not actually available. Why I say that? Shiva Purana says that originally Shiva Purana has 1 lakh slokas. 1 lakh slokas. But the Shiva Purana we are seeing today has only 24,000 slokas. So what happened to 75,000 slokas? See, what Vyasa did is, he thought that 1 lakh slokas of Shiva Purana will be difficult to understand by people in Kali Yuga. So he has concised it to 24,000 slokas. So remaining 76,000 slokas he has removed. This has happened 5,000 years ago. So Vyasa Bhagavan has given only 24,000 slokas of Shiva Purana to us, and that is what is available now. So we have to pray to Veda Vyasa, that is our the Vyasa of the 28th Mahayuga. So here in Devi Bhagavata, this sloka is there. I am showing on screen, which says that seeing the advent of Kali Yuga, the Vedas were one at that time. So Veda Vyasa has divided all these Vedas into different shakas, and he has composed 18 Puranas, Samhitas, and Mahabharata. It says that he has composed. Some people ask us today, how are Vedas written? How are Vedas written? In what lipi they are written? See, I want to tell one thing. When I go to our Sanatana scriptures, Mahabharata says that Vyasa has composed Mahabharata, and Lord Ganesha has written it. We don't know in which lipi he has written it. But when you take Vedas and Puranas, they are not written. They are passed as oral transmission through Gurukulas, through Guru and Shishya Parampara. All these Puranas have come. So Veda Vyasa has told his Shishyas, those Shishyas told their Shishyas, though that Parampara has continued till now. Now we have Puranas in a written form, in Devanagari script. So all these 18 Puranas are composed by Veda Vyasa. So that I want to say. So how important are Puranas? So in this Devi Bhagavata, this sloka says that Shruti and Smruti are 2 eyes of the gods. So Shruti we know, and Smruti. So both are 2 eyes of the god, and Puranam is his heart. So if somebody says that Puranas are not authenticated scriptures, according to this sloka, they are wrong. So Puranam is the heart of Narayana. So it is very, very, very important. So when we talk about authenticity, this is what Devi Bhagavatam says. Whatever is stated in Shruti, Smruti, and Purana is dharma. So whatever is given there is dharma. So whatever is written in other shastras is not dharma. So we have to take Shruti, Smruti, and Puranas as authenticated scriptures. So where you will find differences between Shruti, Smruti, and Purana, accept the words of Shruti as final proof. This we know. So we have to take 3. So in the order, Shruti is more important, then comes Smruti, then comes Purana. So this is the order in which we have to take the authority of our scriptures. And then this sloka is very, very important. Whatever goes against Vedas cannot be accepted as authenticated proof. So ultimate authority will rest on Veda only. So why we have to see this? See, there is a lot of controversy nowadays. You must be knowing that there is animal sacrifice described in Puranas. There are some interpolations in Puranas. I will be very, very honest that during the colonial period and even after independence, lot of interpolations have occurred in Puranas. So whatever is given in Puranas cannot be accepted as authority unless Veda says that, yes, this is authority. So if somebody says that there is animal sacrifice in Puranas, or there are some interpolated slokas in Puranas which describes about human sacrifice also, or there are some people who, because of lack of knowledge, they have translated that sloka like that. So in that case, we have to go to Veda to see that no, Veda doesn't describe about anything like this. So we have to take Veda as authority. So this is how we have to interpret Puranas. So what is the authority? First Veda, then Smruti, then Puranas and Itihasas. This is how we have to take. And then most of the people have confusion that the names of Lord Ram or Krishna or any other names of gods are not mentioned in Vedas. It will not be mentioned. Why? Because Veda talks about the powers of God. They are called Shaktis. The Shaktis are otherwise described as Devatas. So what are the Devatas? Indra, Vishnu, Rudra. These are all names. You will find the name Shiva in Veda also. But Shiva is not called as Shiva in Veda. He is called as Rudra. So these names will not be there. Why? Because it is a very simple reason. Veda describes not avatars. It describes about Shaktis, Devata Shaktis. Those Devata Shaktis are called as Devata. So I think it is very easy. So I will give one example. I have gold. With that gold, I can make rings, I can make a bracelet, I can make anything. But the name of bracelet will not be given. Gold will be given, diamond will be given, likewise. So if imagine that I am constructing a house, I need mud, I need clay, I need sand, bricks, stones, everything. So all these are described in Vedas. So these are the Devatas. But what will not be described. I don't say that they are not described. There is a mention in a hidden way. For example, if you take Rudras, if you take Maruts in Vedas, sometimes some mantras describe Maruts as, if you take their description, you will remember the Vanaras in Ramayana. There are some mantras in Vedas pertaining to Maruts. The description will mimic Maruts, Vanaras in Ramayana. But they are not called as Vanaras. So all the Devatas in Vedas are Shakti Rupas. They are not persons. But even then, lot of times Veda describes, it gives some description of parts of the body. For example, Indra holds Vajrayudha in his hand. You may say, okay, Veda is not describing about shape of the gods. But again, it is saying that Indra is holding Vajrayudha. How is it possible? So Veda, it occasionally describes gods having some shape. So you see in Veda that Indra takes Soma. Soma again is not a liquid. It is not a physical entity. It's some sort of power. So he takes into his stomach, Udara. So Veda describes like that. So all the Veda, it describes only Shaktis of God. They are called Devatas. They are not physical entities. They are spread everywhere. So this is the explanation which generally I give. Of course, there are a lot of mantras in Vedas. In Ishavasha Upanishad, there is a, in 40th chapter, 8th mantra, which says that God doesn't have body, is omniscient, is beyond, he doesn't have veins. It is like that. See here, the mantra is describing about the Devata Shakti which is spread everywhere. So we have to understand it like that. If there is any confusion, I think I will clear this confusion later on. So I will come to Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita has a lot of references which will tell us who is the Supreme God. So when you talk about Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says that I am the source of demigods and sages. Ahir Adir Ihi Devanam. And then, of course, I can quote a lot of slokas from Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that I am the supreme God, I am the source of everything. Particularly in Bhagavad Gita 7:7, he says that there is no truth superior to me, everything rests on me, like pearls are strung on a thread. So I will give an explanation from Puranas and Itihasas that Krishna, in fact, is the supreme God. So I will give that a little later. So I am again quoting Devi Bhagavata, because Devi Bhagavata has a lot of references which will prove that Krishna is the supreme God. Again, in Devi Bhagavata, this sloka is there, where Rishi asks other Rishi that Sri Krishna is the supreme God, is the supremest and the most authoritative God. Then why is he worshipping Parvati and Mahadeva? See, if I think that Krishna is the supreme God, he should not worship Parvati and Mahadeva. Why is that? Does it mean that Krishna is inferior to Mahadeva? So, see how Puranas describe how the rishis ask questions is very, very interesting. We get a lot of doubts now, but even during that time, rishis, they have very fair idea. They will ask questions to their gurus also. See, Guru, you are saying that Sri Krishna is the most superior God, then why is he worshipping Mahadeva and Parvati? That is my doubt. So here the Guru says, he is the soul, he is the jiva and all that. Then of course, he will also describe who is Narayana. See, lot of us have one understanding that Sri Krishna has come from Narayana. That is Vishnu. Actually, is the other way around. When you go to Bhagavata Purana, then you will understand that Sri Krishna doesn't come from Narayana. In fact, he is the direct supreme God. From him, Narayana has come. So I will also show that sloka here. So here, coming back to that, so Shiva is the god of the gods. Now, why he is called god of the gods? See, to create the physical, to create physical world, the world which you are seeing right now, Shiva is important. Without Shiva, without Sadashiva, this physical world which we are seeing today is not possible. So he is the main reason behind the creation of the visible universe. That is why he is called Lord of the Lords. That's why he is called Sadashiva. So he is the creator. Now here in this sloka, it is saying that Shiva is the creator of Vishnu, and Vishnu worships him, Sadashiva. Now you, in Puranas, you also see another event where Shiva worships Vishnu. You will get confused. If Shiva is superior, why is he worshipping Vishnu? Then we say that no, Shiva is superior. But if Shiva is superior, why is he Vishnu worshipping him? So I will give this clearance. I will solve your doubt. In every Purana, some god is worshipping other god. Then in other Purana, this god is worshipping the other god. You will get a lot of confusion that everybody is worshipping another god. So who is supreme? So I will give that clarity. So here, in this Devi Bhagavata, this sloka will even confuse you more. In all the Shastra, therefore, the superiority of the Devi is established. Now, this Purana is saying that everybody is worshipping Devi. So, is Shiva superior, is Vishnu superior, or is Devi superior? Now, in this sloka, Devi Bhagavata is saying that Devi is superior. Vishnu is superior to Brahma, Rudra is superior to Vishnu. Therefore, no doubt, doubt can arise in Krishna worshipping Shiva. So, you will get a confusion that who is superior. So, even I will clarify that. So, this sloka is saying that there is something called as Moola Prakriti. So, from Moola Prakriti, Brahma, Vishnu, and Hara, they are formed. So, who are the cause behind Brahma, Vishnu, and Hara is Mula Prakriti. So who is Mula Prakriti? She is the Devi, who is the supreme being of not only one universe, but crores of other universe, and she is also reason for all jivas which are moving charachara, achara. Then, of course, I will go a little bit forward. So there is an interesting incident in Devi Bhagavata where one universe has been created. After the creation of the universe, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all these three gods are created, but they don't know how to make creation, how to create jivas, how to create all this universe. So they pray to Devi. When they pray to Devi, Devi will appear. So Brahma is saying this, "Oh mother, there is no wide earth here. There is an infinite ocean." Again, when I say ocean here, it doesn't mean physical ocean. It means the entire universe. Antariksha is also sometimes called as Samudra in Vedas. It means Antariksha. So there is Antariksha, but there are no planets. Nothing is there. So what should we do? So here Brahma is saying, there are no 5 elements, no Panchatanmatras, nothing. So we don't know how to create. So upon that question, Devi will smile. So based on this incident in Devi Bhagavata, we have to understand that Devi is supreme to all these three murtis, that is Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra. So in this incident, what Devi will do is she'll smile and she'll say that here there is a divine car, get into this car. Then I will show you how you should do creation. So upon her insistence, all of these three murtis, they get into that divine car. And the description in this Devi Bhagavata is such a wonderful description that Devi will take Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra into another universe. If there is a science student in you, you also know about something called as multiverse. So science today talks about multiverse, where not only our universe, but there are crores of other universes else outside there. So it is something, this concept is called as multiverse theory of universe. Of course, there are a lot of things called string theory, superstring theory, which will explain what is called as multiverse. So in this travel, in this divine car, Devi takes Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh into another universe. So here you are seeing an incident where this divine car is traveling from one universe to another universe. So then they are going to that universe. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh of this universe, what will they see? They see that there is another Brahma there in that universe. So this is the sloka which is saying that. Seeing all this, Vishnu and Mahesha asked this Brahma, "Oh, four-faced one, who is this Brahma in this universe?" So basically what has happened here is, these Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra, they have gone to another universe. There is a Brahmaloka, separate Brahmaloka, where there is another Brahma. So these people are seeing that Brahma and asking this Brahma, "Who is this Brahma?" So this Brahma is replying, "I don't know who is this Brahma. Who am I? Who is he? So I don't know who is this Brahma." So then these people, they go to Kailasa in that universe, other universe. There they saw 5-faced, 3-eyed, 10 hands, another Shankara, Shiva. And he's exactly like the Shiva who has gone to other universe. He's riding a bull and all that. And then there is another Vaikunta there. There is a Vishnu there. There is Lakshmi. He is also 4-armed. He is sitting on Garuda. So see, what has happened here is Devi, the supreme goddess of the universes, she has taken this Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh to another universe. There also there are Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, but they are little different. So basically our scriptures, particularly Puranas, they speak about multiverse universe, multiverse universe. So when I was studying Devi Bhagavata and Bhagavata Purana, I was really surprised. As a student of science, Bhagavata Purana and Devi Bhagavata, which are 5,000 years old, they are talking about multiverse theory, which is being proposed some 20, 30 years back by scientists. How is this possible? So, like I was surprised. So, another this sloka in Devi Bhagavata is describing about the powers of Devi. So it is saying that I am only reading out the English translation. There may be a lot of mistakes in that. This Devi is inconceivable to those who are dull intellects. Only yogis can see her through her power yoga. She is eternal. She is the will force of Supreme Self. Now, Devi is the Supreme Force, but she is working under another Supreme Being. She is the first creatrix. She is the first creator of the universe. So even Devi is not supreme. There is somebody else above her. So again, this sloka is very, very important in Devi Bhagavata. It is saying that she is the source of Brahma, Vishnu, and all other beings. Without her, nobody will even move a limb. So Devi is the supreme being of every universe. And then this sloka says that supreme auspicious goddess is the preserving power of Vishnu. And she is the creative power of Brahma and the destroying power of Shiva. So whatever Shiva or Brahma or Vishnu is doing, behind them, the power of Devi is there. So by this understanding, you should know that Brahma, Vishnu or Rudra, they work under Devi. And again, this sloka is very, very important. Whatever there exists in this infinite universe, whether temporal or eternal, she is the underlying force. She is the underlying force. Again, this sloka says in Devi Bhagavata, her origin is not Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha or son or anybody. So she is the supreme. The Devi is supreme. So now today we see that a lot of Vaishnavas are there, Shaivas are there, Shaktayas are there. But each one has adapted their own method of devotion. See, this is what is called as Ishtadevata Aradhana. You can worship anybody because ultimately the source of all these powers of nature are one. Ekam Satvitra Bahuda Vadanti. That is what Veda says. So again, where did she come from? That will also I will give. So this sloka says that when time is over. So imagine that a universe is created and that universe is destroyed during Pralaya. Again, Pralaya, there are a lot of different types of Pralaya. After every Kali Yuga, there is a Pralaya. After every Manvantara also, there is Pralaya. And then when there is Kalpa has completed, that is Kalpa, we know that it is the day of Brahma. So Brahma has a day and a night. So during day of Brahma, again there will be destruction, that is Pralaya. When a universe is completely destroyed, that is when Brahma, we all know that Brahma lives for 100 years. And each of his years, 100 years, 30 months are, 12 months are there in each year. Like that, there are 100 years. We know that each day is 432 crore years. Brahma's day is 432 crore years, and night is also similar. That is, the 24 hours of Brahma is 864 crore years. So this time is enough for a sun to be born, planets to be created, and ultimately destroyed. So during Kalpa also there is a destruction. But when Brahma completes his 100 years of time, everything will be again there will be Pralaya, So when Pralaya happens, when the time is over, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahadeva, all of them will disappear. They will go and like they will merge into the Supreme God. No, who is that Supreme God? I will tell. So ultimately, all these tattvas, they are not destroyed. They simply emerge and merge. So we say them, they are expressed, they are manifested, and they are go into unmanifested form again. So Devi is not under the control of time. In fact, she creates the fate and she creates the time. So this is what is given me. This whole universe is an object seen. Devi is the mother of all. She is manifested and she is unmanifested. So she creates everything. Then again, this is a very, very important sloka in Devi Bhagavata. This is not there in Devi Bhagavata. It is also there in Bhagavata Purana. And it is there in Vishnu Purana, Shiva Purana also. So what is this sloka saying? O Maheshwari, be pleased. O ruler of the endless crores of Brahmandas. Purana is not talking about one universe. It is talking about endless crores of Brahmandas. So sloka is saying that multiverse universe is there. Another sloka in Devi Bhagavata. Mother of endless crores of universes. So how many universes are there according to Sanatana Dharma? You cannot count them. You cannot count them. So many universes are there. And in each universe, there is again Devi, there is Sadasiva, then there is Maheshwara, then there is Vishnu, Brahma. Under them, there are a lot of Devata Shaktis, Indra, Vayu, Agni and all that. And then humans, Gandharvas, all these supreme beings. So there is this important sloka is very, very important. How is each universe manifested? See, you imagine a chair where there are 4 legs and 1 plank. So this sloka says that Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra and Ishvara are the 4 feet of the chair. And the plank on the chair is Sadasiva. So 4 chairs are Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra and Ishvara. Again, who is Ishvara? Ishvara is also a form of Shiva. So Rudra is also a form of Shiva. Ishvara is also a form of Shiva. Sadasiva is also a form of Shiva. You may ask me, what is the difference? See, Sadasiva is the unmanifested form of Shiva. And then Ishvara is the manifested form of Shiva. Then who is Rudra? Rudra is also form of Shiva who is born to Brahma. Now you may ask me, why Rudra is born to Brahma? So according to Puranas, Brahma requests Ishvara that, oh Ishvara, I am very much thankful to you for creating me. So I ask a boon to you. Will you be born to me as my son? So Brahma is asking Ishvara or Sadasiva, you be born to me as your son. So Ishvara says, okay, then he is born to Brahma as Rudra. But Rudra, Ishvara or Sadasiva, they are all parts of Shiva Tattva only. So Sadasiva is the unmanifested form of Shiva who sits on plank of that 4-feeted chair. Now, who is sitting on that chair? Devi is sitting on that chair. So you see a hierarchy system in this. So you will understand that Brahma is worshipping Vishnu. Why? Because Brahma has come from Vishnu. Now again, sometimes you see that Rudra is worshipping Brahma. Why? Because Rudra is born to Brahma. Now you see that Vishnu is sometimes worshipping Ishvara and Sadasiva. Why? Because Vishnu has come from Sadasiva. Now sometimes you see that Rudra, Shiva is worshipping Vishnu. Why? Because Rudra is not in, is in a lower category to Vishnu. So sometimes you see that Shiva is worshipping Vishnu because in that hierarchy system, Vishnu is superior. You got the answers here. So Rudra is worshipping Brahma, Brahma is worshipping Vishnu, Vishnu again is worshipping Ishvara, but same Ishvara is again worshipping Vishnu. Now all of them are worshipping Devi. So once you understand this hierarchy system, you will understand that in one Purana, Shiva is worshipping Vishnu. In some Puranas, Shiva is worshipping Vishnu. You will get this clarity. So in Sanatana Dharma, there is a hierarchy system. We see that in our country, Prime Minister is there. So under Prime Minister, there are a lot of ministers. So even when a Prime Minister visits a state, the state CM will sit on his chair and PM will sit on his chair. So they will maintain that hierarchy system. Similarly, in Puranas, there is a hierarchy system. So Devi is supreme to all these other Devata Shaktis. But who created Devi? That doubt will come. Who created Devi? So here we see that again Bhagavan Rudra is worshipping Devi, and also there is another god called Sankarshana. So who is this Sankarshana? So you to understand Sankarshana, you have to read Devi Bhagavata and also Bhagavata Purana. This Sankarshana is part of Vasudeva, who is part of Lord Krishna. So who is Sankarshana here according to this sloka? He is the controller of lokas. So here you see that not only Devi, but Sankarshana is also important. So you see that Sadasiva and Ishvara sometimes worships another person. He is always in meditation. So who is Ishvara, Sadashiva worshipping? Is worshipping Devi and Sankarshana, because Devi and Sankarshana at a higher system. They are in that hierarchy, they are at a higher system. And then this sloka in Devi Bhagavata clears everything. This sloka says that out of the will of Krishna to create the world, from him came out Mula Prakriti. Till now I was saying that Mula Prakriti is superior. Then I said that Sankarshana is also supreme. But this sloka in Devi Bhagavata says that out of the will of Lord Sri Krishna, Mula Prakriti has come. So if you read Devi Bhagavata, this sloka is there, where Lord Krishna in Goloka, from him Mula Prakriti comes out. This Mula Prakriti is the great Ishwari. He is the controller of the universe. She is the controller of the universe. So according to Devi Bhagavata also, Sri Krishna is supreme being. If you read all Puranas, you will understand one thing. Sri Krishna is the supreme being. Out of him has come Mula Prakriti. Out of him has come Radha. Out of him has come Vishnu. Out of him has come Shiva. Everybody has come out of Sri Krishna. So according to Puranas and Itihasas, who is the supreme being? Sri Krishna. So we know why ISKCON people will worship only Krishna. This is the reason. If you see Devi Bhagavata also, or Bhagavata also, Sri Krishna is the supreme being. So if somebody asks you, who is the supreme being according to your dharma, Sri Krishna is the supreme being. This is not only there in Devi Bhagavata. If you go to Brahma Vaivarta Purana and other Puranas, Devi Bhagavata, Sri Krishna is the supreme. So that is the clarity. So here in this sloka, because it is Devi Bhagavata, it is saying that she is sung in Vedas. Who? The Devi. She is also called as Mahamaya. She is the Shakti. She is the Shakti of Krishna. So Mula Prakriti is what? Mula Prakriti is the Shakti of Sri Krishna. out of Sri Krishna, everybody is created. So when somebody asks you who is the supreme being, supreme God according to Sanatana Dharma, it is the Krishna. From Krishna comes Mula Prakriti. From Mula Prakriti and Krishna, another person, another God will come. He is called as Mahavishnu. That also I will tell. So yeah, here you see how Krishna has created Mahadeva, that is the Shiva. In Devi Bhagavata, it says that Krishna divided himself into two parts. His left part has turned as Mahadeva. From the right parts, the Lord of Gopika, that is Krishna. So from Krishna only all these gods, that is Vishnu, Lakshmi, from where Lakshmi will come? Lakshmi will come from the Mula Prakriti and of course Radha and all that. So basically when you understand, there are Purusha Shaktis and Sri Shaktis. Even this Sri Shakti has come from Krishna. And of course, if you go to Devi Bhagavata, from Lord Krishna and Mula Prakriti, another child is created. From this child only crores of Brahmandas are created. So if you go to Google and type Mahavishnu, you will get a Mahavishnu who is floating in the casual ocean. From his pores, crores of universes are coming out. I think I cannot show you here, but this sloka, which is there in Devi Bhagavata, this is there in Devi Bhagavata, it is also there in Bhagavata Purana. So like that. So according to Puranas, who is the supreme God? So Lord Krishna is the supreme God. And of course, I will show you some important slokas. Bhagavata and Devi Purana start about Goloka, which is the highest universe. So here Sri Krishna is eternal and real. He is the supreme being. And how are these universes created? I said multiverse universe is what has been proposed in Sanatana Dharma. So each universe is created and it is destroyed like bubbles of water. So what this sloka says, it says that even Krishna cannot count how many Brahmandas, how many multiverses are there. There are billions and billions of universes out there. We are living in one of the universe which is so big that we cannot even measure it. And this sloka says that it proves again the superiority of Sri Krishna. In each universe, whatever offering are being given to Krishna, 1/6 of it will go to Narayana. And 16th will go to this boy, Virat. Who is the Virat? From whom multiple billions of universes come out. And Krishna doesn't allot to himself any share. Even if you pray to Krishna, the share of, see, when you do yajna, all the shares will not go to Krishna because he is self-satisfied always. This is what the sloka says. So again, I will come to Devi Bhagavata. In Devi Bhagavata, this sloka is there. Second canto, chapter 5, sloka. You can read all this. I am giving references. Here also same thing is repeated. So billions of universes are there in this casual ocean. Each one is created by Lord Mahavishnu. This Lord Mahavishnu also comes from Shiva. And billions of universes will come out of his skin pores. So Bhagavata describes 3 types of Vishnus. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu. Then there is something called as Shirodakasai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu. 3 types of Vishnus. And if you go to Bhagavata also, there are 4 types of Yuhas. See, Sri Krishna will create Vasudeva. Then from Vasudeva, Sankarshana, spelling mistake is there here, Sankarshana. then Pradyumna and Aniruddha. From these 4 billions of universes and added to Mula Prakriti, from these 5 people, billions of universes are created. And Sri Krishna doesn't participate in this creation. He created all these 5 people. Through these 5 people, billions of universes are created. So we have seen that from Vasudeva, Vasudeva has come from Krishna. From Vasudeva, Narayana and other people will come. From Sankarshana, Sadashiva will come. And we have seen that Sadashiva will worship Sankarshana. And who are Pradyumna and Aniruddha? From these people, the Devatas and Brahma are created. From Mula Prakriti, other Devis are created. And if you go to Devi Bhagavata, you will get a lot of slokas where billions of Devis, Devi Shaktis are created from Mula Prakriti. So, if somebody asks you who is the supreme being in Sanatana Dharma, it is Sri Krishna. From him, Mula Prakriti and Chaturvyuha will come. Even in Vishnu Sahasranama, you will get Chaturvyuha. This sloka will be there in Vishnu Sahasranama. Chaturvyuha, Chaturdramshta and all that. So, this is the answer to the 3rd question. Coming to the 4th question. When you want to read Purana, which is the best? It is not that one Purana is inferior or other Purana is superior. All Puranas are good. But when you want to study Purana, the Puranas themselves advise that you read only Satvika Purana first. For example, Bhagavata. You read Bhagavata Purana first. So if you read Bhagavata Purana, you will get a clear understanding of what is Puranas. Then we can go to Rajasika and Tamasika Puranas. So is there any classification of which are Satvik, which are Rajasic and which are Tamasic Puranas? So in Garuda Purana, this sloka says that Bhagavata is the highest of Puranas. It is the Satvik Purana. So Vedas are classified according to Puranas into 3 categories. Now again, in the next order, Matsya Purana, Kurma, Vayu and all these there are there. So Satvika Puranas are there. Now Skanda, Padma, Varaha, Vamana, Agni, all these are Rajasika Puranas. According to Garuda, there is a little bit of difference in each Purana because there is what is called as Kalpa Veda also. I told you that there are crores of Kalpas. In each Kalpa, there is a difference. So if you take Ramayana also, in Ramayana will happen in every Kalpa. But in every Kalpa, Ramayana will not happen in the same way it is described. In each Kalpa, there is a difference in Ramayana. Like that. I will give a narration about that also. Then Brahma, Brahmanda Purana, Brahma Vaivarta, Linga, Markandeya, these are Tamasika Puranas. So Puranas are classified as 3 parts. And which are the Tamasika, Rajasika, I have showed here. Then Garuda Purana says this sloka, they should not, as a seeker of truth, you should not read Tamasika Purana. So again you will say, Purana is saying that I should not read Tamasika Purana. So does it mean I should not read all these Brahma, Brahma Vaivarta, Linga, Markandeya, Aditya Puranas? Should not I read them? You can read them. But when you are reading them, you should be very, very careful not to misunderstand whatever events are being described there. Now, of course, there are a lot of Kalpa differences, so I will not go into that. Then this sloka, I want to particularly emphasize that if you wrongly understand what is being given in Tamasika Purana, it says that you will go to hell. So you will be afraid. If I read Tamasika Purana, will I go to hell? No. It only says that when you are reading Tamasika Puranas, you have to be extra careful. Because the narration in Tamasika Purana is such that if you wrongly understand them, you will go to hell. So I will give one example. Lot of people do Shiva Abhisheka. We know what is Shivalinga. But lot of translators have wrongly translated what is Shivalinga. If you read Linga Purana and Shiva Purana, you will know what is Shivalinga actually. But nowadays, because of this British and this communist agenda, they will wrongly translate Shivalinga as something bad. See, this is what will happen. If you wrongly understand what is Shivalinga, it will take you to hell. Not only that, there are a lot of like evidences, events where you will wrongly understand what is being described in Tamasa Puranas. So my advice is, when you read Tamasika Purana, you should consult some guru to understand that you don't understand them wrongly. Because if you understand them wrongly, Purana says that because you have understand wrongly and you are narrating it wrongly, you will go to hell. So my fifth question is this: are there any contradictions in Puranas? See, you have to imagine one thing. There are almost 4 lakh slokas in Puranas. So there are bound to be some contradictions. I also said there are some interpolations. Interpolations will be there because we were under almost 200 to 300 years of British rule. And then last 70 years, one political party was ruling who have given complete rights to communists. And these communists, they have totally changed our interpretation of our own scriptures. So we are tend to misunderstand our own Puranas. But I will assure you that in spite of 4 lakh slokas, there is not even one contradiction in these 4 lakh slokas, and it's a miracle. But to understand that there are no contradiction, you have to consult a guru. So who will find fault with Puranas is one who doesn't have a guru, one who doesn't know the language, Sanskrit language, and the different interpretations of each word, and when you don't read them correctly. If you read Puranas which are being translated by British, you know that a lot of Puranas are being translated by British also. Even Vedas are translated by British, Max Muller, Griffith, and all those people. So if you want to understand Puranas, you have to read our guru, you have to go to the gurus, or you should master Sanskrit language so that you are not misled. So it is very, very important. I think I have taken, I think another 10 minutes is there, but I think I will take some questions so that I can answer you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raju garu. In fact, we understood so far that Vedas are for allied people who know Sanskrit and can't understand. Everybody can't understand Sanskrit. So things like Puranas and other things are created for common understanding of the common man. So, but your lecture even, made it very simpler. It is for a common man what is a Purana is. In a very local, understandable language you have explained. So for that, you have also used your PPT so that, people follow you properly. This is the second series, sort of topic where the proper PPTs are used. The first one is that, Vedic mathematics, where that, the guru has properly used one PPT and then explained, because that is mathematics. You can't, he himself is to write also on that. And this is another one where a PPT is followed, and then we also know what you are talking. Otherwise, this topic you have addressed is so engrossing. In fact, for a common man, it is very not very easy to understand. Okay, so thank you for that. And now let us have question answer session. Gupta ji, I will unmute you.
Namaskar Mahoday. I was very much impressed by
Namaskar.
the logic way you are telling, and I would like to spend some time and converse with you after the class is over. Is it okay?
Yeah.
And one more thing, sir. You see, whenever I mean, Satyanarayana Vratam is a one which is being conducted by many people many times. But whenever I hear the story, I am perplexed. I could not understand what they want to convey because the stories are completely out of touch to us. And how to understand the stories? Is there any book or any paper written by you where I can understand those things?
Yeah, I have written a book, but this is in Telugu. I am trying to translate it into English.
I am a Telugu man, sir.
Oh, my book is called There Are No Riddles in Hinduism. We know that another great person, Dr. Ambedkar, was there, who's supposed to have written riddles in Hinduism. But my understanding is that Ambedkar has not written that book. In the name of Ambedkar, some communists have created that book. So I have written this book called No Riddles in Hinduism. Sanatana Dharmamlo Chikkumudulu Levu. There are no riddles in Hinduism because a person who has read the basics of Sanatana Dharma, there are no contradictions, there are no riddles. Everything can be explained. Everything can be explained. There are no
Where-
riddles.
Book, sir?
I will show you, sir. This book I have written in this year only. It has been released. It is. It gives the answers to almost all the questions which people ask. Because you know, majority of the time, people like they mislead us. Communists and all these people, they mislead us and say that lot of questions are there which cannot be answered in Sanatana Dharma. But my book will give answers to almost. Of course, I took a lot of time. I will show the book here. There are about 61 questions in this book.
Give the name of the book and the publications so that they can procure it.
Yes, sir. This is the book which I have written. I called myself as today's Ambedkar because that is how I want to counter these fake scholars. This book has 61 questions, and 61 questions will answer all the doubts. It has been already released. Only thing is, it is available in some books in AP and Telangana, but generally I dispatch it myself. So it has about 60 questions in this. I want somebody to translate this book into English also, so that it can reach a wider people who read. So there are a lot of questions, sir, but I can assure you that there are no contradictions, no riddles in Hinduism. Everything can be explained. Everything can be explained. Whatever questions people ask us today, everything can be explained from Vedas, from Upanishad or Puranas. There is no contradiction between any of these scriptures.
Okay, Ramani.
Namaste, Bhaskar Raju garu. So I just learned from your lecture that Brahma and Brahmanda Puranas, or those are under Tamasic Puranas. But as far as with my knowledge, I've been learning Lalita Sahasrama. We have been doing all this Satyanarayana Vratas and everything. So everything has been retrieved from those Puranas with my knowledge. So do you think whatever we have been doing in this, these kind of pujas and vratas, are these coming under tamasic?
No. My interpretation is that tamasic Puranas are not bad. Why they are called as tamasic is because they are being written in that method. See, Vyasa Bhagavan must have known that in Kali Yuga, bad people will come and they will misinterpret our scriptures. So that's why he has purposefully created Tamasika Puranas. Purposefully has created Tamasika Puranas so that all these people, communist and British, he wanted Vyasa that all these communist and British will go to hell. That's why he has created Tamasika Puranas. But when I read Tamasika Puranas, I don't find any fault with them. It is only the question of how you understand them. Vyasa wanted all these people to go to hell. That is my interpretation. He wanted all these British and communists to go to hell. That's why he has written Tamasika Puranas.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And then Gautamji.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar, Dharma Marangi. Sir, in the beginning, you told about 33 crore, actually 33 koti.
Yes.
Actually, koti means Ucha Koti, means Ucha higher standard or types. So
Yes.
actually, I have heard that there are 33 types of devatas. See, others may say, you may also say 11 Basus, 11 Rudras, and rest
12 Adityas. 12 Adityas.
12 Adityas. 12
Prajapati
Adityas.
Indra.
Prajapati Indra. So totally 33.
33
types.
types.
Actually, many people misunderstand these as 33 crore. They tell, especially communists actually, 33 crore, 330 million devatas. But it is not actually. These are 33 types.
Types.
Thank you, sir.
If you go to Brahadaranaka Upanishad, there is a samvada between two Guru and Shishya, where he'll ask, how many gods are there? He says 33. Then he asks, the Guru will ask again, the Shishya will ask again, how many? He says, no, not 33, only 3 are there. Then ultimately, he says, all these 33 are one. Brahadaranaka Upanishad, if you read,
Advaita.
who are these 33? Means he says, all 33 are nothing but one.
Advaita Vedanta.
Yeah.
Another sir, actually, from Dr. CSR Prabhu's lecture, when he discusses the Sankha Darshan, according to Sankha, there is universe creation is the creation of the mind itself. This self, we have self, and in between there is mind. So this all universes, as you described, all are basically mind's creation. So when the mind gets particular to reach that particular state, that the mind and realizes that self realizes that, then it says that only one is there. That's what.
See, we read other religions where God says that there will be sky and earth, let there be sky and earth, let there be water. But our Supreme God is not like that. He doesn't say anything. He only thinks he will create some power. Through that power, universe is created. So, our Supreme God in Sanatana Dharma is silent. Only his wish. He thinks something, it will happen on its own. So there is nothing like a magical wand. In other religion, there is a magical wand. We don't have a magical wand. Everything is created through his Shaktis. Through Mula Prakriti, through Sankarshana, through Vasudeva, through Shiva. But again, all of these Shaktis are one. Ekam Satvipra Bahuda Vadanti. So there is no contradiction between Purana and Itihasa or Purana.
Okay, Chakravarti ji.
Sir, namaste.
Namaste.
I think as a person of so much of rather work done on Puranas and everything, for the common people like all of us, there will be a confusion with the lecture what you are going today. In the sense, we'll be saying generally the God, the generator, operator, and destroyer like that. And all of us have the feel, maybe from our culture or the generations and everything, what's passed on to us. These Lord Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma are the main gods, or the Devi, the Mola Shakti as that. But the concept and what all the work you have done based on that, maybe there may be any name, Sri Krishna or anyone. The one Shakti, that is Sri Krishna, is the main supreme from whom everything started created. To understand in a better way, what will be rather the logic or the series of books to be read in the Purana, as per the Puranas, so that clearing, because big confusions we'll be having, so that we can have the better idea what's our Sanatana Dharma and the gods and everything will be there. That's my question.
The Bhagavata Purana is the best Purana to be read first.
Okay.
When you complete Bhagavata Purana, then probably you can go to Vishnu Purana. Then you can go to Shiva Purana. If you read these three, then you will get a basic understanding of what is it. Then probably Devi Bhagavata.
Okay.
Other problem is that all these 18 Puranas are even not available today.
Okay.
See, we don't have Brahmanda Purana, Skanda Purana, English version we don't have.
Okay.
Even Telugu version we don't have. So
Okay.
our basic problem is that our main scriptures are not even available for us to read in common language. That's a tragedy. In Hindi they are available, but at least in the language which most of the people, like in South Indians, understand, Telugu, English, Skanda Purana, Brahmanda Purana, all these essential Puranas are not even available.
Okay.
That's a tragedy.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Any site where in which you have kept your articles?
Okay. Great.
I have my website, but I am, because of my busy schedule, I am not able to maintain. So dharmamargam.org is there. I started recently posting there. It will give a lot of clearance, but this Sanatana Dharmamlo Chikkumudulu Levu, the No Riddles in Hinduism, that's the best book to be read, because it clarifies most of the doubts which we people have. Most of the doubts which we people have. I want somebody to translate this book for me in English and Hindi, so that it can go to pan India, so that all people can understand it very, very easily.
అద్దేపల్లి గారు చేయొచ్చు.
అడ్డేపల్లి గారు.
నమస్తే సార్.
Namaste.
చాలా బాగా చెప్పారండి. భాగవత పురాణం ముందు చదవని చెప్పి గైడెన్స్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నంబర్ 2, మీ సనాతన ధర్మంలో చిక్కుముడులు లేవు అన్నది మామూలుగా ప్రతి పబ్లిక్ స్టోర్ లో దొరుకుతుందా, లేక ఇస్ దేర్ ఎనీ స్పెసిఫిక్ ప్లేస్ వేర్ వి కెన్ గో అండ్ గెట్ ఇట్?
You can get in Navodaya.
Navodaya publication.
Navodaya, Telugu Book House. All these stores you can get it. Even in Kachiguda there is a store, in Chaitanyapuri there is a store, there you can get it.
Fine, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody is asking for your website name.
dharmamargam.org.
చైతన్యపురి ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది సార్?
అది Sai Ganesh bookstores.
రమేష్ అంటే ఇది మన సాయి టెంపుల్ దగ్గరనా సార్?
Yes, Sai Baba temple is there.
Okay.
There you can get it.
So we are residing at near to Chaitanyapuri, sir. That's why.
You can
Thank
get it
you.
there. See, this
Okay,
will only
Ramahan.
give a essence. It will only give a essence. But to understand Puranas, you have to read Puranas.
Okay, sir. Thank
It's
you.
a wonderful experience to read Puranas.
Okay, Ram Mohan ji.
Sir, Ram Mohan Namile India. I'm retired Chief Manager of Indian Bank. మీరు ఇందాక ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ టు ఇంగ్లీష్ అన్నారు కదా, I think I can try it. I can help you out in translating that book.
It will be,
Uh,
it will be a
Prabhu,
great help.
if you send me that soft version or whatever version, or my number not pumpis, I can meet you. If you are in Hyderabad, I can meet you also. I will try my best to translate it.
Oh,
Thank
sure,
you.
sir. Sure, sir. Sure.
Great. So one person from Veda Samskruti Samiti, is in your team now. Okay, Gopala Krishna ji.
Karandi. You were talking about translating Puranas into Telugu. So I think there is one person by name Vaddipati Padmakar Garu. I think he's on the job. Can you confirm that? Has he already started that or no?
I think TDT is also doing. Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam is also decided to translate all Puranas, but only few Puranas have come out. Cost is very low, but they are completely not available. There is another organization which was done by this Kakatiya Cement is there, no? Not Kakatiya Cement. Yeah, Kakatiya Cement people, they have also translated some Puranas, but they are not printing again. Because the person who took this initiative, he was a very elderly person. He passed away and his sons are not interested. Kakatiya Cement people, they did try publishing all the Puranas. But now they are not printing it. That's the problem.
Okay. So TTD is there is a bigger plan to translate all this.
Yeah.
There is definitely a plan, but some of them are already available and some are going to come.
Yeah, they are going to come. But in the meanwhile, you can read Bhagavata Purana, very good. Ramayana is very good. Again, Mahabharata is very, very difficult to understand because it is called as fifth Veda by Vyasa himself. It is very difficult to understand. Ramayana is very good. Again, Ramayana, you can take Gorakhpur Gita Press. It is very good translation. In Telugu, it is good, but in English, there are a lot of translation mistakes.
I see. Okay.
In most of the translations, there are mistakes. So when you get doubt, ask somebody. There are a lot of wrong translations in Puranas.
In English.
In English, not only in English, in lot of other languages also.
Okay. So how about Telugu? Telugu itself is okay?
Telugu is good, but there are some
okay.
translation mistakes, but it is good.
Sure. Thank you.
One participant wants to ask a question. He says one common question pertaining to Puranas. Can I ask here? Okay,
No
audible.
No problem.
Sir, Ramanendra Babu, namaskaram andi.
Okay, you are asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Okay, you do it later.
Actually, సార్ ఇందాక కాకతీయ సిమెంట్ దగ్గర పురాణాలు దొరుకుతాయన్నది ఆ పాయింట్ వచ్చింది కదా. నేను 2-3 సార్లు వెళ్ళాను అక్కడికి. మీరు అన్నట్టు ఒక పెద్ద ఆయన చేసేవారు. ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు పోయినా కానీ అన్ని పురాణాలు దొరకవు. ఉన్నవి వచ్చినట్టు అయిపోతాయి. సో నా విన్నపం ఏంటంటే వేద సంస్కృతి వారు the role that was played by that you can play. ఈ పురాణాలన్నీ కొనాలి, చదవాలి అన్న కుతూహలం పెరిగింది. మీరు అమరేంద్ర బాబు గారు, మిమ్మల్ని నేను రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను, మీరు ఏమన్నా అది ఆ పుస్తకాలు ఏమైనా అవైలబుల్ చేస్తే ఇట్ వుడ్ బి వెరీ ఈజీ ఫర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ us టు బై. ఎందుకంటే పీపుల్ ఆర్ స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ టు గెట్ ద రైట్ బుక్స్ at the right place.
Okay. You are talking about the Puranas.
18 పురాణాలు అక్కడ కాకతీయ సిమెంట్ దగ్గర నేను 2-3 సార్లు వెళ్ళాను. వెళ్ళినప్పుడు 4-5 మిగులుతాయి. అన్ని 18 దొరకవు. చాలా మంది అడిగేవాళ్ళు. ఒక్క సెట్ దొరికేది నాకు. అలా 2-3 తీసుకెళ్లాను. ఒక అతను మటుకు he managed to get all 18 in different spells. సో అదేమన్నా మీరు తెలుసుకొని అదేమన్నా మీరు పబ్లిష్ చేస్తే there are so many people, ఇక్కడే ఆల్మోస్ట్ 70 మంది ఉన్నారు కదా, కొనడానికి ఈజీ అవుతుంది కోఆర్డినేట్ చేస్తే అని నా ఒక చిన్న సజెషన్ సార్, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫీజిబుల్ టు యూ.
Okay. Can you help us, Raj Garu, how to go about with this? Because you have been going through this.
Sure, sir. No problem.
Can, It should be like, we give the address of that person, everybody gets in touch with him, pay him, and then take this thing.
Exactly, exactly.
Sure,
Or
sir.
ఈ రోజుల్లో మనం we can give them the extra money so that it can be couriered, considering the distances these days. So that will be very handy, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. If you can help us on this, that will be a great
Sure,
help,
sir.
all of us.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Sure.
This is the 3 months course being, organized, is being conducted by this the Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapith. So on behalf of both these organizations, I thank you, sir, for taking this lecture, and out of your busy schedule you have come. And I also request all the participants here to thank and express your gratitude for taking his lecture.
Thanks, again.
Thank you very much, sir.
చాలా చాలా బాగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారండి. నమస్కారం, చాలా థ్యాంక్స్.
థ్యాంక్స్ అండి, చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు. చాలా విషయాలు మాకు తెలియనివి చెప్పారు. ఫస్ట్ టైం ఐఎమ్ హియరింగ్ దోస్ థింగ్స్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ అండి. చాలా సంతోషం అండి. చాలా
థ్యాంక్ యూ మహోదయ.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Raju.
Many thanks, sir.
Nice insight, sir, on Puranas.
Wonderful lecture, sir. Please drop your address in our website. What to say, in our WhatsApp.
Sure.
With phone number.
Yeah, sure.
Phone numbers, contact numbers, so that
No problem.
anybody wants to contact you there.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for your wonderful lecture, sir. Wonderful lecture.
Okay. Now, let's have Prarthana and then Janaganamana. Anantanji, are you there?
Hari Om. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahimmahishaah Gobrahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vashatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhayah Aputran Putrinas Santu Pautrinah Adanas Sadanas Santu Jivantu Sharadam Shatam Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Hari Om.
Dhanyavadamalandi Ananthan garu. Thank you very much. Okay, now let us sing Janaganamana. Challa Chittibabu garu, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय
సార్ రిమైనింగ్ అన్నారు. రిమైనింగ్ అంటే కొన్ని ఒకసారి ఏమన్నా